You see them showing Lambos, luxury trips, 10k days, but here's the truth. Your favourite Forex guru probably isn't even trading and probably hasn't been trading for a long time. And in this video, I want to break down the misconceptions that you'll see on social media, the perceived lifestyle and image that traders portray, or people that claim to be traders portray, to get attention and to sell something. And it can really dishearten and really affect those traders that are trying to become successful, trying to become consistent, because they feel so far behind what they think reality is, but actually it's probably a lie. So to start with, the trading lifestyle, and this is how I got into trading. I'd see videos like these two, and by the way, I actually don't have a problem with these two. From what I've seen of them, they're very successful, they know what they're doing. But this is the type of marketing you'll see from a lot of traders. You know, it's the glamour, it's the trillionaire, like no one's a trillionaire, but it's the exaggerated lifestyle, luxury, holidays, wild, like animals, cars, like everything that an ideal young person would want. And this is what got me into trading when I first started a few years ago, because I was at school and I'd sit there and I'd see all these people making, you know, $3.5 million Cummins egg, like my dream car, like, oh, how is he doing it? And then that'll get you to click on the video. It'll gather attention because we live in an attention economy. And by getting people to click on the video, they can sell something. Nothing wrong with that. You're here to make money, not only from trading. I have no problem with people selling courses. I'm in a community that I pay for. And if you're offering good value, I don't see anything wrong with that. But we have to understand that this isn't their life 24/7. This isn't just made from trading. This lifestyle isn't just from trading. A week in the life of a trillionaire trader. Yeah, you're a trader, but you also have other businesses that are making a lot of money. And if people think it's solely from trading, then it can be misleading sometimes. But how do they actually get to this point? Now, I believe, and again, I don't know them too well. I've seen them come up, but I've not really watched many of their videos too much. But I believe they probably started with a small core audience, got successful, helped that audience. Again, I'm sure they know what they're doing trading wise. And then as soon as they've sort of started to help a small core audience, they ended up scaling up, you know, invested in lifestyle marketing to reach a broader audience to help. And the more people you help, the harder it is to, like, if you've got loads of people in a community, and I'm sure a lot of these people do, they'll make hundreds of thousands or millions a month. So how much of it, when you make these videos, are actually from trading profits and your skill and your consistency and your large accounts, if you're managing large amount of money, or how much is it just for lifestyle content to get people to click on the videos and to buy your products? Again, nothing wrong with that, but it has to be understood by those people that this isn't just made from trading. So now coming on to unrealistic expectations, not talking about those guys, but you see on social media 5 to 10% every month. If you're doing less than that, you're a terrible trader. And it's like, if you look at this, only 3% of day traders actually make profit, and only 1% do inconsistently. So traders with predictable profits, actually no, traders with predictable profits 1%, traders with unpredictable profits 2%, and traders who lose money 97%. So overall, most people that enter into trading are going to be losing money if they don't have the right knowledge, right education. So when you see this huge lifestyle that people portray, not only is that very difficult to achieve, and it can be done. I'm not, you know, I'm working towards doing that myself. I'm not saying can't be possible, but if you're making 10% in a year, 15% in a year, 20% in a year, don't think that's poor. Don't think that's bad. You know, because most people are going to be losing. They never show consistent results over a long period of time. I see this a lot. I see people say my best month or my best day, but I've, you know, on my channel, I've documented everything, every month, every trade, everything I've done for over a year. But I see some of these traders that would just show like my best day ever. Obviously, that's going to get views, but then they haven't shown, did they risk heavy on that position in order to achieve that financial amount? And if so, what happened next month? Because you risked so heavy, did it go wrong and did you lose? Did you manage your risk? They're never showing the risks or the downside. And this is so important because, like I say, if 97% of people are going to be losing money, it's so important to understand managing risk is more important than how much you can make, which is why it's more important to be consistent. Slow, small consistency rather than these big 10, 20% months. You know, if you're making 20% in a month or 12, 15% in a month, how much risk are you putting on the table, whether it's through executing trades or position size, which is going to, you know, inevitably, if you have drawdown, you're gonna be on a losing streak. It can wipe your account out if you're risking too heavily. So it's so important to understand the downside. And the reason why they don't show losses or negative things, and again, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about these two. This is separate. I'm talking about other traders. But the reason it doesn't talk, other social media traders don't show any losses and only show winning days, only show past funded accounts, only show payouts, never show the lessons from losing, is because it hurts image. It makes people think that they're not good. And if people don't think you're credible or good, they won't buy your course. So that's exactly why they do it. If you guys are getting value from this honest video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. 61% of you are not subscribed, and I'm on here to try and be transparent, show my whole journey, and hopefully get to one day what these two are like. I want to get to this level through trading and scaling up my capital. And I'm doing it from the start. I'm doing it on here, showing everything, being honest, transparent. That's what the industry needs. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. So 2 to 3% per month is exceptional results. Don't forget that. These are my results this year. Slow. It's been a hard year, but slow but consistent so far. And don't forget how powerful small but consistent results can be. You know, if I had 100k here, 1.5k payout, 1.3k payout, 3.9, 8.35k payout, $270, 4k payout, nothing and nothing. But those would be payouts, and that'd be more payouts in 1 year than what you see from some of these other people that claim to make 10% per month, because it's slow and it's consistent. And by doing this, you'll receive consistent payouts, as I mentioned, but scale. And by scaling the account, that's where the big money's made. It's not about flipping accounts or crazy yearly returns, 200% per year, or starting with £2,000 and flipping it to 100. It's about making consistently 20 to 30% per year, but over time scaling the capital. So 20% on 100k is 20,000, but 20% on a million is 200,000. So mastering the skill and then scaling up from there. And that's what I'm trying to do. Not trying to hit home runs every month, but just try and get consistent. And I think it's an important message, because people are thinking 15%, 10%, 12%, even 20% in a year. People are thinking that's poor and that's terrible. It's not, guys. That's exceptional. If you can consistently do that year upon year, you're going to be in a very good position. Where was I can't find... Oh, here. I don't think I mentioned this, but if with $100,000, if you're making 100% in a year, in 3 years, you would have flipped that into 1.7 million. So if they start with a 100k funded account and they're making 100% a year, which they say they're making sort of 10% per month, that would be payout after payout after payout. They'd be the best trader for that firm. And you don't see that. You only see one payout and then nothing else from them. So I just wanted to mention that's 100% return per year. But if you can make 20 or 30% in 3-4 years, you're going to have flip your account. Not flip in the sense of just, high risk, but just gradually grow the account and let the compound interest over time. You're going to be in a good position. So as I mentioned, I'm currently up 15% this year, and people may think, is that it? Is that it? Only 15%? But because compared to social media, it seems poor. And it can be frustrating, because when you're actually trying to learn this skill properly, not show flashy lifestyle, not trying to get an audience by, trying to look rich or anything like that. I'm just trying to be honest and learn the skill and show everyone that I'm trying to learn this skill and put it out there. But 15%, like I mentioned, on $1 million capital is 6 figures a year. So you could have made 6 figures a year if I had that capital, but I don't. So the goal is to get that capital. If you're struggling or thinking your performance is bad, don't compare it to social media. Look at what hedge funds are making, S&P 500, other investments. Don't compare yourself to these online people, because you don't know their track record, and you don't know how much, if they are legit, if they're not legit. You have to take it with a pinch of salt. Stop comparing yourself to these people, but compare yourself to the actual hedge fund managers, the bankers, the other investments, like investing in the S&P. S&P is about 7 to 8% per year on average. So if I'm up 15%, I'm doing better. And yeah, just some more data. High loss rate studies show that the majority of Forex traders are unprofitable, with figures ranging from 75 to over 90%. So 75 to 90% of people that actually trade they lose money. Sustainable profits are rare. Consistent Consistently profitable traders trading is rare and requires discipline, proper risk management, and a well-tested strategy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with my style, the community that I'm in. Varying performance. Some mid-level traders may break even or make a modest profits, while the bottom 50% typically experience net losses. So my point in this video is, whatever results you have this year, even if you're up 4%, up 8%, up 10%, 20%, and if you've had a fantastic, you're up 60%. Stop comparing yourself to things on social media. You know, so there's some very good channels out there, but there's some channels that is just purely for marketing. And compare your results to what other investment options there are, what they're doing. So what the S&P is, what hedge funds are doing, and realize that if you're making 20% and you can hit 20% per year, you're going to have payouts from prop firms. If that's, you're going to be getting compounding your own personal capital, and 75 to 90% of people fail doing it. Most people don't even make any money. So if you've made even something small this year and you're going to improve into next year, just keep it up, keep going, and yeah, that's my message. I want to be honest, I want to be transparent. Again, I need to preface, because I know there's going to be people going, "Oh, these are really good." I'm not saying about these two people at all. I actually do quite like them, but it's this messaging, and and everyone knows why they do it, for attention. So they can sell things. They're very smart business people. But when we're talking about trading itself, that's what people can get confused by, especially if they're new coming into the market. But yeah, hope you guys got value from this video. If you did, like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Trying to get to 10K. I want to show a real honest journey, my journey. And yeah, I appreciate the support that you guys have shown so far.